Ew.
Ew?
What do you think the AMA would say about a doctor eating like that?
Bon appetit.
No, I don't think so. That's disgusting and a heart attack waiting to happen.
Nah, that's all a myth.
Oh, really? You've never had your cholesterol checked, I assume?
I've been carving up the brains of health-conscious people for years. If a couple of them had stopped and smelled the salami and cheese, they'd have been much better off. My share of the rent, FYI.
This is for 2 months.
Yeah, I figured it was only fair since I'm not gonna be staying here much longer.
I thought that Bob Hughes was in charge of you until your hearing.
Well, seeing as how I saved him and the missus at that sorry excuse for a wedding, I figure he can pass along a good word or two on my behalf to the judge.
You think Bob is gonna ask the judge to let you go back to Dallas sooner?
All he has to do is call up his golfing buddy, tell him that I'm a lifesaver. I'm as good as gone. I'll have my life back, you'll have your spare bedroom. Win-win. Holy codependency. You don't want me to leave.
Well, I certainly won't miss cleaning up after you or your weird 3 a.m. yoga chanting in my living room, so get over yourself.
Well, I'm an expert diagnostician. That was real sadness there.
You're an expert narcissist. Whatever.
And that's called deflection.
You living here with me and Jacob was supposed to be temporary, and so it is.
This is just so weird.
What?
Most people can't wait to get rid of me. You seem to want to keep me around.
Like I said, temporary.
Katie, you have got to hear this. Don't you ever go to work?
Don't you ever have someplace else to be?
What is it?
The most insane thing has happened, okay? Paul invites me to lunch, then he buys me this incredibly expensive bottle of champagne.
The reserve of that costs about $500 more.
He buys me the champagne, and then he announces that he is going to wire all of James Stenbeck's inheritance to my account, which means I can drink this stuff forever because the money is all mine.
The blood money, you mean?
Yeah, but listen to me, I'm not gonna keep it.
Good.
Jacob is.
Jacob, my Jacob?
Yes, your Jacob. I'm gonna put it into a fund. He'll be a trust fund baby.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Katie?
No, I mean it, Henry. I don't want it.
How much is it?
It's millions. It's many, many millions.
Hell, I'll take it.
No, you wouldn't. It's blood money. It's cursed. And I wouldn't have believed that about 6 months ago, but I also wouldn't have believed in ghosts, so no thanks.
Listen to me. I thought this through, okay? If we give the money to someone who deserves it, like your son, then the curse is reversed.
No!
Katie!
People are all nuts in this town. Katie, take the money. This curse nonsense is just that. It's nonsense.
Where are you going?
I'm late for my rounds.
See, I can't believe I'm gonna say that, but for the very first time, I actually agree with that jerk.
Well, it may be the last time because he's leaving town.
He is?
That's what he said.
Well, this day just gets better and better. Think of all the great things we can do with Reed's room once he leaves. A playroom for Jacob?
Jacob has plenty of playroom.
Okay, then you can design and build a whole new house. How about that?
Oh, really?
Yes, really, with the inheritance that I want you and Jacob to keep.
I told you, I don't want it.
You need more time to think this through.
No, I don't. I like living here, painful memories and all. And with Reed around, I like it even better.
Oh, gosh, you just think that.
I like living with him.
He's a lout.
He makes Jacob smile.
So do I.
On purpose. He's good company. He doesn't get in the way, and with him around, my life feels less painful and less complicated.
You don't even really know him, Kate.
Exactly. We don't share history that reminds me of what I've lost.
Like I do.
Afternoon, Dr. Hughes. Everything okay?
Anomaly about this test results from a patient that has severe epilepsy, and I really don't know what to make of it. Take a look, Doctor. Dr. Oliver, have you been in the pharmacy? You look happy.
That's funny. So you have a hard time swallowing your pride. I get it. I mean, look at me.
I'm talking about this patient.
I know. To avoid what you know we should be discussing.
Which is?
You feel you owe me for coming to your rescue at that sham of a wedding. No big thank you required, not even a mea culpa. Just, call up your golfing buddy, judge friend, and get him to drop the charges against me so I can go home. Deal?
We have a slight misunderstanding.
Now, I can wait a day, not two.
No, I really appreciated your help at the wedding, but your legal problems are not my concern, and I wouldn't dream of interfering.
You wouldn't dream of interfering. You are the reason that I'm still here.
I'm the reason that you're doing your penance here instead of in a jail cell.
This is just as bad.
Well, you haven't seen our jail.
You ungrateful old man.
Dr. Oliver, I think you would find this case very interesting.
You know what I'd find interesting? That chart shows so far.
Wait, all right, forget it. Forget it. I'll call Channing in Chicago for a referral.
Channing? That idiot? I can't believe that guy still has a license to practice medicine. Let me see that.
There would have been a time where the thought of me pouring you a glass of milk to go with your perfect crust-free peanut butter and jelly sandwich would have been an impossibility.
And yet here we are. Isn't this easier to watch than that meat-eating Neanderthal who just left here?
That Neanderthal doesn't remind me of Brad.
But I do.
You know you do.
Look how far we've come. And with this money can open up all new possibilities for you and Jacob.
That money is the reason I lost Brad, and I don't want that. I don't want it, okay?
It's for Jacob. He deserves it.
He deserves to be with his father, but he can't be. That money won't bring Brad back, and I refuse to let my son benefit from something that took his father away from him.
Look, I know how difficult this is for you, but one thing has nothing to do with the other. Not if the money gives Jacob an opportunity to have a good and comfortable life.
If you believe that, then we have less in common than I thought. The Henry I used to know would have gotten that. This Henry, I don't understand. What, you're just gonna leave?
You made your point. No reason to stay.
You want to take your sandwich?
I lost my appetite.
Fascinating case, isn't it?
You cannot let Channing have this case file. Do you know what that meathead would do?
Tell me.
He will run her through every test known to man while she wastes away. And memory loss increases because of the bleed around the lesion. I mean, she might have seizure after seizure, but that won't stop him from waiting and waiting and waiting.
Well, that would be terrible.
Well, that's what he would do. He is not only conservative, he's a jerk. I'm the only one who's competent enough to perform the procedure that this patient needs before she forgets how to spell her last name.
Well, it's too bad you're not able to do it.
Why not?
Well, you want me to pull some strings with the judge so you can get back to Dallas in the next day or two.
Just get me the equipment and the right team. I'll get this lady back on course within a week.
I suppose that's possible, but you really want to do this?
I'll go download the surgical protocol from my laptop right now. I'll print it out for you. You know you didn't trick me, right? I saw through the whole song and dance.
Whatever you say, Doctor.
You don't have a clue as to what it is to be a parent, to have selfless love for someone else.
Well, I know selfless. I was selfless for Katie. What is that? What is that? You're saying I wasn't?
Your selflessness was greed. Your greed caused your husband's death.
That is low.
Mocking my maternal love for my son is lower.
You have no idea what I've lost because of that stupid inheritance.
This would be funny if it weren't so shocking.
I'm just pitching in.
Oh, why? Because you feel guilty about leaving?
No, I'm incapable of guilt. I just figure I should help out a little bit since I'm gonna be sticking around another week or so.
Whatever.
Really? Just whatever.
Okay, I'm happy. Are you happy?
Yeah, this is me, happy.
I'm always picking up after you. You eat like a 15-year-old boy on a growth spurt, and you put wet towels on your bed, which I will never understand for the life of me.
But you've grown accustomed to my face.
I like having you around.
Maybe you shouldn't.
I know, I get it. It's temporary.
No, it's not that. It's just, you don't know me. What you do know isn't much. It's just where you pull out a bright light and you shine it in my face.
You started it. You want me to know you? Tell me what I need